2, our first session of our big weekend here at Bathurst. Tonight we've got 2 practice sessions for you. This first one being main game. Both 15-minute sessions. Kick off this awesome weekend of racing. Really looking forward to. We got a few drivers here tonight. It's only practice, so nothing. Need anyone we don't need too many people. Sorry. I've just eaten something. I don't need too many people tonight, but it should be good. See how the drivers go. And here's your schedule for the big weekend here at Bathurst. Tonight obviously we got practice. Start in a couple minutes time. As you can see there, Super 2 15-minute session with a main game 15-minute session. That'll kick us off, followed by the Super 2s, which I will be in, and Lachlan will come up here in the booth to commentate that one for you. And then tomorrow night, well, even though it's not here on the schedule, HMC pre-season sort of tied in with us for this weekend. So if you're interested in doing that, be sure to check them out on Instagram. That's at Haymaker Cup. Should be good. Just a little pre-season test, nothing crazy important, but always good to try those things out. And then Saturday, got the big one. We've got VAM Supercars 10-minute qualifying session, which will be followed by our first top 5 shootout, our best shootout, the only shootout. That'll be awesome to see the drivers really push their limits around this great racetrack, Mount Panorama. And on that same night, we'll have Super 2 make their debut with a 10-minute quali session, followed by a big 150k race. That'll be good. Obviously, the big one, Sunday, 25th, Bathurst 500. It is due, there is a possibility that it might change to a 250k race, depending on numbers, but that'll start at 11 in the morning by afternoon. Now, unfortunately, tonight and maybe for the weekend, I won't have my co-commentator Cook here with me. He's currently having some issues. So unfortunately for him, he won't be here tonight and maybe for the weekend. Hopefully, we can get those issues sorted Saturday. Last round, it was quite interesting to say the least. Here is the updated driver standings. Haymaker, he's still in the lead on 759. Vivid's closed that gap down a little bit. Second with Vando, who's found himself in third despite the season he's had. But he is quickly getting gained by people like the game, Bud, Spools when he'll return. Sabotage, who had an awesome debut, won both races. He led the 300 points. Pretty much everyone below Sabotage, besides Aussie, who made his return. Played in any other races except for round 1, unfortunately. But this championship is going to go right down to the wire. I can see us getting to Gold Coast, or can't remember where it ends, but it'll be an awesome street battle. I dare say we might see some team orders and strategies come into play. Now, team standings, they've seen a bit of a change. As you can see, Triple Eight have now jumped Shelby Power after a shaky weekend for them, only having one car out there. Not getting the best result. They fall the way down to third after confidently being in first for a little bit. Triple Eight, they got a good haul of points at Pukekohe. Currently sitting on 1,176 points. Tickford in behind. 100 odd points out. Shelby Power in third. Premier, they can definitely, especially with Shelby, they can definitely find themselves into a top 3 spot. Especially having cars now. Else. Bobby, sorry. Grove, despite there being one car, they had an awesome debut, and they find themselves in 5th at the moment with Erebus and T. Now we do have Ryland 62 here. This is his first race back since the second round, I believe, so it's awesome to have him back. Hopefully you can be here for the whole weekend. And we should be getting underway soon, hopefully. I'll just leave your schedule up for now, though. Mount Panorama. It is a very difficult circuit. Nail. Is, we're not going to see it crazy here tonight. It's only a practice for the drivers to warm up to the track, especially in the difficult conditions that these guys race in. Simulation damage being on. Good test for them. We've actually got a few cars here, 6 cars here for tonight's practice session, which is awesome. Love to see it. Hopefully we can see similar numbers for Sunday, the big one. And we do have a wildcard entry here with us, which I'll talk about once we get into practice session. Find the words there. I'm very much looking forward to that top 5 shootout though, Saturday night. I think we'll really see who can handle the pressure well and who can't. Actually got another one joining us, so this is awesome. 7 cars now for this one practice session. Like, oh, can't we? I do apologise if there's any problems with the stream tonight. My internet's not great at the moment. The weather. Driver stand again. Names Bud. Yeah, had a mega round. He obviously missed round 2. Good to see him back for that Picky round. Excuse me. And he did really well. On him. Found himself in 5th in the championship. Now Hado and Idbor Hado and Idbor, I think, probably dropped down to last, especially Mad Boy and Aussie do show up. But this also depends on connection issues as well on the weekend and who lasts really during the course of the race. Depends on the stream that we started over. I think we'd just go soon. Disconnected. Back in. Apologise for the wait. Excuse me for a second. Alright, well, we are back. hopefully we've got it all sorted out now. We are just about to get underway, so cars are about to roll out down the mountain for the first session of the weekend. And of course, my Elgato is not working. Okay. Second. There we go. This is not good. Oh god. There we go. So, talk about some of so here's a bit of a ball actually. We'll talk about the guy in second. He had a much better round last time. From memory, it was a little bit better. A few battles here and there, but it was a little bit better. He's slowly making his way back up in the championship standings. I do apologise for the messy broadcast tonight. Thankfully, it's only practice, so it won't matter too much. But cars have finally rolled out. It's crazy to think we've actually made it this far, to be honest, because I remember seeing Lando earlier, and yeah, it's just very, very crazy how far we've actually made it now. We've only got a few rounds left. I think there's 2. Here's your championship leader, Haymaker. He's an incredibly good driver. He's not the quickest out of the bunch, but he's extremely difficult to get past, and that's what makes him really good. Just when you think you have him, he has to find his way back. Catch you off guard when you're least expecting it. So establish his name in this championship. Sorry, I'm just trying to look for this. Yeah. So we're off to the Gold Coast after this, October 21st to the 22nd, in the Adelaide Super Sprint, and then we rounded off at Newcastle. Should be awesome, as we got our first flyer here from Haymaker. Set this 2 lap times. And in fact, Haymaker's pulled out of his lap. So we'll talk about some of these new guys here. So here's our official first wildcard entry runner of SLR Oz. He is a very well-known sim racer in the sim racing world, in our little group anyway. He's incredibly quick, especially on the F1 games. He knows how to drive a car around. He's yeah, he's got a few decent, I wouldn't say just decent, but well-known accomplishments to his name. It's awesome to have him here for us for this event. At least said interview. For this event, it's awesome to have him here. Here he goes throughout the weekend. Comes on him. Piggott, has raced before. Now, it is a bit of a confusing situation. I don't know if he actually races or not. I think for this sake, we'll just say he's only a test driver right now for Shelby. We'll just say that. Sounds about right. And AMS Binky here, sideways. I do not know who he is myself. I've heard the name before. And as you can see, he is clearly quick, but Vivid Ball 888 is already in the first. He is clearly quick. I believe he's from LNR, and I don't know what the deal with him is. I don't know if he's the second wildcard runner. I'm gonna assume so. Awesome to have him here, and we'll keep tabs on him throughout the weekend. Ryland 62 here for Team 18. No, awesome to have him here. Awesome to have him back. How he goes as leader haymaker's not looking too good right now. And we'll jump on board here for the remaining of the lap. For the remainder of the lap with Vivible 888. So crank up or whatever you're watching on and enjoy this lap. And just as I've said that, he's made a bit of an error. Well, that's not good. The commentator's curse. That's not what you want. I believe he might just be waiting here for... Who is that? Looks like Ryland 62. Chase. So no good from him there. HY Vando, despite his ability, he's not a terrible driver. He's definitely got pace on his day. But it is quite surprising to see that he is third. But good on him, to be honest. He's good. He's got a good heart. He's a fighter. It's always good to see be there when Premier need him most. So it's awesome. He's in 7th. Still early in the session. I'm back here with SLR Oz, and we'll see how he's going. Coming through Skyline now into the dipper before Forest Elbow, and it looks like he's maybe pulled out of the lap. No. We're going just a bit slow through there. It is a very nice, out of the two wildcard liveries, I do like this a bit more. This looks a bit meaner, doesn't it? There's a good option there. Currently sitting in 4th, which is pretty good, and he might even find himself a seat for next season, depending on how his weekend goes. And maybe even for the other wildcard runner, if it is AMS Binky. See how their weekend shapes up to be. Coming into the last corner, it's an amazing view. You can see up the mountain and all the cars going down it. The short straight, turn 1 and onto the big straight. AMS Binky jumps up to first and look like Salah was improved in that time. In fact, he was a second slower. Ryland 62 on 5 seconds quicker on his lap. AMS Binky Oh, 7-8. That's a good lap from him there. Very fast lap indeed, actually. And we'll actually jump on board here with SLR Oz and see what he sets. So hopefully we don't give him commentator's curse. Need some mega balls around here to set a good lap. And AMS Binky seems to be the one with the mega balls at the moment. A bad lap time there from SLR Aussie. It does go quicker, and he's put himself into the 2-minute 10s. Quite quick enough to get into the 3 as Haymaker finds 5th. Good lap time set by him there. We'll have a look at our fastest bloke at the moment, AMS Blinky or Binky. See how he's looking at the moment in the car. It does look good. One thing I have noticed in particular, it does look a bit slidey coming out of corners. But maybe that's just the style he likes. I don't know how nice it'd be on the rear tyres, especially come Sunday, but whatever feels comfortable, I guess. I mean, if he personally feels that sliding the car around helps, it's up to him, and it's obviously working for him at the moment as he's confidently sitting in first. I don't know what Vivid's fastest lap has been. AMS Binky seems to be quite consistent. As the last lap there was only a bit off. Definitely got some mega balls and maybe too much. Oh, what a save. What a save coming in Forest Elbow. You don't normally save those ones. But he's done an awesome job there, and he's rightfully pulled out the lap because I don't think the tyres would be too happy with him the way he's treated them. The other bloke at Piggott who's just stopped on the track. Wonder if he's just letting go maybe. I can hear a car coming. Good view here, the cars. Nice and close to the wall. Oh, this could be interesting. Where's he? Team. There he is. What they're doing. We'll have a look at the map, just see where everyone's at the moment. Got a car coming through. Be like a car of haymaker. Now there's a few in the pits. These will be the first practice pit stops, I guess. Now they go for the weekend. The ball comes in for the 888 guys, and he's actually been demoted down to 3rd. There's SLR Oz. Talking about him before, he can drive a car out. A 209, still 2 seconds off the leader, but definitely a good improvement there from SLR Oz. And this will be good for him, potentially bagging a seat next season, potentially. So far, good start for him in the wildcard green Commodore. See if Piggott or Riverball can respond, maybe even Haymaker, if he can sneak himself inside 10s to 11s, he could definitely cause a bit of damage. Always stopped on the track, and I believe that might be the Or someone's just left. Rylan has DNF'd. DNF here though. Haymaker, they're going off into the escape road, so these might be everyone's last laps and last opportunities to set a decent lap time. Have a look at the map and see if there's anyone in front of SLR Oz. Doesn't look like it. Oh no, AMS Binky. See what he can do, and that is actually the session. There you go, first session done and dusted for the Bathurst 500 weekend. We'll have a look at the results as SLR Oz. Don't know. Correct, that is definitely not correct. He is second. Pivotal in third with AMS Binky in first. You get in fourth and Haymaker rounds out your top 5. So that has been the first session of many this weekend. Now we won't do a virtual Aussie Motorsport trackside for tonight, purely based off time. But definitely over the course of the weekend we'll have some interviews with some of the drivers. And I'm about to get ready myself. Lachlan Horan will accompany you in the booth a bit later, soon. Thank you for joining for tonight, and be sure to come back Saturday. It'll be an absolute cracker Saturday with the qualifying and top 5 shootout, along with the Super 2 races. So we'll see you then.